Welcome to Inside the Paint, an inside look into all of the action of the British Basketball League. We're into the second week of the trophy tournament, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the action. I'm Jeanette Kwakye, and I'm joined by former London Lion Ovie Soko and Leicester head coach Rob Paternostro. Rob, the trophy must be really important to you. Okay, we can take a look at this, because look at this result from the other day. Rob, we always know you could be super animated on that courtside, on the floor, on your chair, head in your hands, but it means so much, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I think one of these games here where you have a big lead and at the end of the game it's slipping away are always tough, but it's always nice to have a couple little friends say hello.
Oh.
Ava and Alessandro.
I love that.
That was wonderful.
And it all makes it worth it, doesn't it?
No question
it
about
makes
it.
all worth it. And Ovie, in this trophy tournament so far, which team has surprised you?
It's got to be the Surrey Scorchers. I don't want to say they surprised me because that's the team that,
Yeah,
you know, I actually gave a heads up last week. I thought they had a lot of close encounters in the regular season and, you know, they were just waiting for something to help them tip the scale. And I think the trophy's done that for them.
Okay, interesting. Well, this Thursday night, last year's trophy winners, the Caledonia Gladiators, travelled to face off against the Sheffield Sharks. It was do or die as both teams were looking for their first win. Let's take a look at what happened. Well, it was a slow start to this one as both teams tried to find their feet, and it was Caledonia who upped the ante with lots of help from Lucas Politzer. Double figures early on from him to set the tone. And the Sharks not helping themselves at all, just 10 shots out of 34 towards the end of the second, not taking opportunities to keep it closer. 42-29 the Sharks trailed, but there was a different story come the third quarter. A 27-point quarter for the home side, catapulting them ahead by 2. Deval Ramsey, the playmaker. But it was the fourth period. Both teams tied on 56 with 9 minutes to play. The Sharks showing heart and looking like a different team. Gladiators edging ahead on a few occasions and edging ahead enough with the help of Ali Odzic to take the win. It was so close, but the defending champions marched on 80-72 to the Gladiators. I mean, what a game, what a comeback from the Sheffield Sharks, just not enough to be able to take the win.
Yeah, we were worried at halftime. You know, we didn't know if it could be a game or not, but they came back strong. But I thought Caledonia made some big plays late. You know, obviously Dubose missing is a big piece out, but they found a way, and their backs were against the wall, and they needed to get that W, and they did. And
Ovie, they are champions. They're not going to just lie down and let this thing just go past them, are they?
I mean, Coach said it. I think they showed that winning pedigree and showed that they want to defend sort of their title by getting it done by any means possible. And at different stages of the game, you saw different players step up. Shout out Patrick Whelan. He done a great job of playing the lead guard role today that I don't think is his sort of normal position. But he done a good job in it, and I think everyone done a good job of making up for, you know, the loss of Dubose.
Well done to the Gladiators getting that win when they needed to. But last night, it was Rob's Leicester Riders. They hosted the Manchester Giants, and the Riders secured the win with a final score of 104-88. And Rob, you seem, you know, pretty pleased with your team's performance yesterday. You had to really go for that win.
Yeah, we talked about coming out early and really starting the game well. We have done that at home the last few games. We did it again last night, had a big lead at halftime. Give Manchester credit, though. They came back. We had to hold them off a bit, but another really good performance from us at home, offensively putting up a big number.
Okay, we can take a look at the current trophy standings then. 2 groups, remember, Group A and Group B. Here we are with Group A. The Sheffield Sharks sitting at the bottom of that table. But it's the Cheshire Phoenix, impressive, of course, up there. Played one, won one. So there you go. They lead that table. Then for Group B, we can take a look here. It's the London Lions, 2 for 2, but the Manchester Giants, 2 losses in 2 games. And as we spoke to Rob just now, there you can see the Leicester Riders also in a healthy position. But all of this can change. The teams will be looking to secure their spots by getting wins in their coming games. We have 5 more games coming your way this week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and let us know who you think will make it to the semi-finals. Tipping off on Friday, we have the Manchester Giants hosting the London Lions at 7:45. London will be keen to keep their 100% record. Giants looking for their first win. But before that, the Newcastle Eagles will travel to take on the Bristol Flyers at 7:30. And we're joined by former Newcastle Eagle, Drew Lasker. Now, Drew, first off, you've been enjoying the trophy, haven't you? And how important is this game for Newcastle?
Yeah, that's right, Jeanette. I mean, if you want a roller coaster ride follow the British Basketball League because we never know what's going to happen. But, yeah, this is a must-win for Newcastle Eagles after the Leicester Riders picked up a huge victory over the Giants last night. And this matchup, I got to watch this matchup closely a couple of weeks ago, and Bristol straight dominated Newcastle Eagles physically. But, you know, Newcastle is down to a 6-man rotation. Bristol trying to introduce their healthy guys back. So I honestly think it's just going to come down to which team is most healthy.
Most healthy. Well, thank you very much, Drew. It will be a good one. And on Saturday, the Surrey Scorchers will travel to take on the Plymouth City Patriots. These are two teams that haven't had the best results in the regular season, but both have secured wins in the trophy. And Ovie, last week you picked out Surrey as one of your teams to beat, didn't you?
Yeah, no, you know, like we sort of said earlier on, I think they're a team that's been just on the cusp of a lot of victories, but they've unfortunately been on the wrong side of the result more times than not this season. But now I feel like with the confidence that they're getting, especially in the trophy and everything being 0-0 from the start, it's given them sort of a new lease of life.
It's good for them, good for Surrey Scorchers. But Rob, how closely are you watching those Group A games? You know, are you focused on your team, making sure that they're good where they are?
Well, I'm following those games because I'm a basketball fan, so of course I'm watching them. But it is too early to talk about the next matchup. You know, we'll see. This weekend will really tell us a lot on what teams you could possibly play if you get through. But it's still wide open on both sides, so it's going to be exciting to watch both groups play this weekend.
Yeah, it should be a good one. When on Sunday we have another doubleheader coming your way, starting with the Manchester Giants hosting the Bristol Flyers, and followed by the Cheshire Phoenix hosting the Plymouth City Patriots. So we're joined by lovely commentators Todd Harris and Azania Stewart. Azania, both Cheshire and Plymouth have beaten last year's trophy winners, Caledonia. Who's going to come out on top?
Well, Jeanette, what's so wonderful and surprising about this group, it is wide open. Like we've already spoken about, Caledonia come back with their backs against the wall. They managed to get the win, down 20, like you said, Sheffield. They lose to Plymouth and they've lost to Phoenix. Now, these two teams come down to battle for their first win. Both of they've won one each, haven't they?
Yep.
So a wonderful game. I can't wait for this. But for me, my favourite team of the league, sorry, I'm going to say London Lions, no, it is Phoenix. And I have really enjoyed them this season.
And I think the Cheshire Phoenix bring in, on paper, probably a better team. But Plymouth City has looked so good, and they are getting to the right point at the right time of the season. That's what makes the trophy so special. It's a self-contained tournament within. They could easily be 2-0 after that game.
And you're right. And, you know, Plymouth is at the bottom of the table. They come out as the Cinderella team. Anything can happen. They knock off Caledonia, who's second in the regular season. And why not? Anything can happen for Phoenix. I am going to give it to the Phoenix. You know I've got to give my opinion, Jeanette, but I'm going to say it's going to be a good game.
It should be a good game indeed. They better get their glass slippers ready as well. Thank you to Todd and thank you to Azania. Let's take a look at all the results and fixtures for this trophy week. Well, look at that. Wednesday, Leicester Riders, Rob's Leicester Riders, I should say, 104-88 to the Manchester Giants on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, tonight's game, 72-80, the Caledonia Gladiators taking that win on the road against Sheffield Sharks. And on Friday, tomorrow, we've got two games for you. The Bristol Flyers up against the Newcastle Eagles and the Manchester Giants against the London Lions. Both of those, of course, available on our YouTube channel, as will be the Plymouth City Patriots up against the Surrey Scorchers at 8 o'clock on Saturday. And then there's a doubleheader on Sunday. Manchester Giants back in action again. The Bristol Flyers at 3 o'clock and the Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Plymouth City Patriots. They're busy this weekend at 6 o'clock. Well, there's lots of basketball going on, isn't there? And the trophy final isn't the only exciting thing to look forward to in the British Basketball League. Voting for the All-Star game has just opened on our website, and you have the power to choose the starters for the North and South teams. Rob and Ovie, they've been busy picking their teams. And I know that, you know, a little bit of pressure for you to make this happen, but we're going to make it work. Coach Rob, you've gone for your Northern team. What is that team? Well,
it's a tough call. We debated a lot up in the studio upstairs, but, you know, for me, here are the five that I'll go with. Starting out with Maceo Jack from Cheshire, Patrick Whelan from Caledonia, Jordan Johnson from Newcastle, Aaron Rye from Cheshire, and Clifton Moore Jr. from Caledonia.
Well, I hope they're all watching because that's big high praise coming from you to put them in the North team. And for you, Ovie, in the South team?
In the South, so I want to make a disclaimer. You know, I feel like My guy Olaseni down in London, he needs an honourable mention. But he's not an all-star kind of player, you know. He just gets the job done.
What do you mean?
He's not an all-star. He's not flashy. He's not flashy.
So you need it to be entertainment.
He needs some entertainment.
Okay,
and for that
okay.
reason, at the 5, I got Josh Sharma. He's going to be swatting and dunking all over the place. Got Dante Grantham, can do it all pretty much at the 4 spot. Got Teddy Allen, Teddy Buckets.
Teddy Buckets.
I know he's only been here a short while, but that's all we needed.
Look at that smile on Coach Shaw's face.
That's all we needed, Coach. I mean, you know, serious business. Matt Morgan, you know, I think that's going to be an entertaining show in itself, just watching those two go back and forth. And then Trajan Jacob. I feel like the Bristol Flyers, with all the injuries they've had, he's done a really good job of, you know, holding down that guard spot over there.
Okay.
And, you know, he's a high-flying, 3-point shooting, entertaining player to watch.
Well, two very, very strong teams. We want to know what you think as well. Remember, the voting closes February the 15th, but that's all from us this week. Drop a comment below letting us know who you think will make it to that trophy final. And make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the unbeatable action. But it's goodbye for now.